Okay, welcome to Queen Mary's High School. I'm Dr. Alison Bruton, I'm the head teacher here at the school, and what I'm going to try and do is to take you on a virtual tour. Things have been quite difficult recently and we haven't been able to have visitors to the school, but I'm hoping that this gives you a bit of a feel for what we're like here and for what you can expect to see should your child be able to come and join us at the school. So I'm going to go in through the front door and we'll take it from there. Welcome. Okay, so welcome to the school. This is the reception area, and we're now going to walk along towards the library, or what we call it, our Learning Resources Centre. Follow me. So this is the Learning Resources Centre, the LRC as we colloquially know it. We've got lots of books out here in the corridor, and we've got an awful lot going on in here. It's a very useful centre, particularly at lunchtime. A lot of our students come in here and enjoy their time in here. We have all sorts of activities that our librarian is very keen to run for our students. So let's just have a quick look inside at the books we've got. Here we are in our sixth form centre. It's a place where our sixth form students are able to study when they haven't got a lesson to attend. It's a social space at lunchtime as well, of course, and we also have a computer facility on the mezzanine, which is in another part of the room, again for our students being able to study and to pursue their activities that they've been set for their subjects. We're very fortunate to have an active and enthusiastic head of our art department, and around the school there are numerous displays of the artwork that have been produced by our students, often GCSE and A-level students where the subject is thriving, but also from other years as well. And as we go along this corridor, which also contains some of our English teaching rooms, you will be able to see some of our artwork on display. Follow me along the corridor here. So we're in the art room at the moment, or one of our art rooms, and this is Iman. She's one of our Year 12 students, and we're sitting in front of a piece of her work. So I just wondered, Iman, if you just want to tell us about the work that you've been doing and how it fits into your A-level programme.
Well, my theme I've chosen is close-ups, so I really wanted to focus on portraiture because I think, as we saw, it's quite, striking when people come in and look at it. And
definitely.
one of my forte is people's faces, and I really liked this picture, so I wanted to explore charcoal.
And is this part of your portfolio, or is it just developing skills that you're doing at the moment?
Well, with my last project, I developed charcoal skill, and I wanted to use it for my portfolio, so this is why I chose it for this project.
It's an excellent piece of work, really impressive. Thank you. You may be aware that the school offers Mandarin Chinese in its languages programme, and we're just going to take a little look into one of the Year 9 Mandarin lessons. They're working on the computers that we have as part of our languages facility here. The corridor that we're on at the moment is our languages corridor, but let's just go in and see what they're doing. explain what they're doing at the moment in the lesson?
Yes, so in Mandarin, once every fortnight we have a computer room lesson. So we have subscription of different website resources, so the student can come here and use these resources, such as Go Chinese for exercises of reading and listening, and Chairman Spell, which has lots of authentic Chinese reading material on, and also we do a lot of revision work using the computer as well. I think it's very useful to use the computer room for some consolidation work.
This is our languages corridor. Where we can, we suite our subject areas together. And we're just going to pop our heads into a Year 9 French lesson.
Alors on va continuer. Pour continuer, nous avons 4 questions. D'accord? What tense are these questions in? Levez la main. The imperfect. The imperfect, good. When we use the imperfect, what are we talking about?
Is it like
The past. Is it something that we did once in the past?
that we used to do?
Something that we used to do. So yeah, so when we would say used to in English, this is what we're talking about. I would like you to have a go at answering these questions. Let's work out what they mean first.
So now we're going to go down this set of stairs and outside to take sight of our one of our halls where we have our assemblies and so on. And as we do, I'm sure you'll take in the fact that we've got yet more wonderful artwork hanging on the walls on the side of the stairs. So here we are in the foyer of Richardson Hall, and this is one of the halls, as I said, where we often have assemblies, but it also doubles up as a drama teaching area. So we're going to go in and see some students in a drama lesson. They're practicing some work, so it's going to be a little bit noisy, so let's just have a look and see. So now we're sitting outside Richardson Hall where we've just been, and this is our sort of picnic area really. We aren't blessed with a huge amount of ground outside of our school, but students nevertheless take every opportunity at lunch times and break times to come and sit outside and enjoy the sunshine, as and when there is sunshine of course. So we've got picnic benches for them to sit at and to eat their lunch if indeed they choose to do so. Do now from this place, I'm going to walk around the front of the school and show you what other facilities that we have and a little bit of grounds that we do have around us, which actually does make this place look very pretty and a very pleasant place to be. Please do follow me.
So in year 7 at the moment, they are on a rotation system working on composition work and some group ensemble work. So we have groups here working on a jazz piece that they're going to be playing and be assessed on. And then in here we have some students working on different rhythms based on different foods to help with their compositions in the next few weeks on the computers. Cheese, yeah. So how many syllables is cheese? It's just one. Is it quite a long? It's quite long. So what rhythm do you use for cheese? Cheese. Good. Is that a starter, a main, or dessert? You're eating everything.
So we're now going along the corridor from the music suite. We're just going to put our heads around into our canteen area and just see if the dinner's ready because it's almost lunchtime. It's quite a small area, however our students sometimes eat in here when we're under normal conditions, but now they take their food back to their classrooms to eat. They're just setting up in the canteen, they've got the food starting to put out, ready for the girls when they arrive. They certainly are a very hungry lot here, and we have a wide selection of food that really does satisfy everybody's tastes. So at the moment we're standing in what we call Big School Hall, but it's not really a grand scale big, but certainly what we do here is also, as I said, with Richardson Hall, we do our assemblies and other activities. Currently there's desks in here because our sixth form students have been using this as a study area during the COVID situation, but that will shortly change. But while we're here, let's just take a look at some of the displays on the walls. Now, you may be aware from the information you've seen about us that we run a house system at Queen Mary's High School. We have 4 houses: Bronte, Eliot, Austin and Shelley. And these pieces of artwork were prepared by one of our previous members of staff to illustrate each of our houses. The colours are evocative of the house colour. So Bronte is red, Eliot is blue, Austin is yellow and Shelley is purple. So we're now going to go into our multi-gym facility, which is something actually we're really very proud of at school. Our PE department makes excellent use of this during lesson times, but also it's very often used by staff and students at the end of the day and perhaps during the lunchtime. There's a range of exercise equipment in here. We've got exercise bikes, and cross trainers and so on, as you can see, rowing machines. And this is an excellent resource for our PE department in terms of encouraging fitness and healthy living, which is clearly very important for our students as they make the best of their health in order to study well and to progress in their education. Okay, so now we are going to make our way towards the humanities department. Humanities in school are a really key core of our curriculum delivery. Obviously compulsory at Key Stage 3, but we carry with us a number of groups at Key Stage 4 for GCSE, particularly popular subjects. And our students then, a good number of them, go on to study humanities at A level and then beyond at university. So we'll just go in here. So on the ground floor we have history. The lessons aren't happening here at the moment. There's our history room if you'd like to come in and take a look. Okay. This is our head of history.
Hello there.
And Mr. Ecclesham, and this is the room that he would normally be teaching in, but we haven't got any classes in here at the moment. Okay. But the displays, as you can see, are absolutely stunning and reflective of a very popular and vibrant subject in the school. So on the first floor in the humanities department we have geography and RS being taught. Both departments, as I've already said, are extremely popular and our staff are extremely dedicated and are keen to make sure that the students do really well. We have classes being taught here. If I could just take a look inside and show you. So this is one of our geography groups. So we're going to go into one of our RS teaching rooms now. And can I introduce you to Mrs. Daniels, who's our subject leader for RS, and she's just going to tell you a few words about the subject in school.
Yeah, so we follow the Walsall agreed syllabus for Key Stage 3. We have really good numbers at GCSE and we follow AQA board for that, and in our GCSE we cover Christianity and Buddhism. And then alongside that, to support students that don't take GCSE RE, we also have drop-down days where we have the whole year group, year 10 all off timetable, year 11 off timetable. We also invite Dr. Peter Vardy in for conferences, and we also offer those to the sixth form as well. So yeah, we enjoy that, you know, the children get a huge amount of experience from debating and discussing. Alongside that, obviously we take them out on conferences, we have competitions. We're also a fair trade school, and we've just introduced a human rights ambassador group, which is extremely popular. We have more than 100 students taking part, training to be human rights ambassadors.
So we're now going to go into one of our physics labs. The subject is being taught by Mr. Hinks, who's our subject leader for physics, and the lesson is now taking place.
Okay. We're trying to work out the efficiency of our motor. We've worked out now how to work out our input energy, which is our electrical energy. So I've taught you the new concept of IV watts, the powerful lady. We'll meet that again in year 11 when we do electricity. But we've actually got to work out our output energy. What form will our output energy take when we lift up this mass through the motor? When the motor lifts up the mass, what will our output energy be? What will we have converted it to? Yeah, go on then, Priya.
Is it gravitational field strength?
It would be not gravitational field strength, but gravitational, what sort of energy?
Potential.
Gravitational potential energy. So our output is going to be gravitational potential energy. So I'm just going to write that on the board, GPE. Now, we learnt a few lessons ago about gravitational potential energy. How do we calculate gravitational potential energy? What do we think? Jess, what do you think?
I'm not quite sure.
Not sure? Okay, could somebody help Jess out? So what's the formula, Harley?
M times G times H.
M times G times H. So that comes back to that question that I think Priya asked a little earlier, that why do we need to know how high the string is that lifts the motor? And it's because we use the height of the string to work out the energy output that we're producing in joules. So if we measure the mass and how high we lift our mass, then that's going to give us our output energy. And what we're going to do today is compare that input energy to the output energy to work out that efficiency of the motor. Okay? When we do it, how many times should we do this experiment? Should we just do it once? Twice? How many?
3.
Yeah, at least 3. When we do it, we're going to do it at least 3 times, repeat and average. That's always the important thing when we're doing practical. Repeat the experiment at least 3 times. Because this is one of those experiments where it can go right and go wrong, so we want to make sure we've got a good range of answers and it's consistent. and hopefully we can get our efficiency. And what numbers should we expect for efficiency? 0 to 1, and if we get a number greater than 1, what's it mean? Done something wrong, or producing energy, and is that possible? No. Because of conservation of energy. Okay, so are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Right, okay, we're going to work in threes. So we want to have 10 sets of apparatus, there's 30 of you. We can get into 10 groups at the apparatus. Okay? Let's go, guys.
So we're going into another one of our science labs just now. It's a biology lesson that we're going to see. This lab is predominantly used for biology. The lesson is a year 12 lesson. And the students are doing not doing practical work today, they're doing theory work. Just let's go in and have a look.
Two more minutes to finish up that task. 2 more minutes.
So this is the area of our maths department in school, and we're just going to take a little look into a year 7 lesson which is being taught by Mr. Hussain. If you'd like to come with me.
First of all, what's different about this sequence, please? What's different about this sequence compared to the previous one? Go on, Papa.
The numbers are going down instead of going up.
Okay, that's the first thing. The numbers are going down instead of going up. Now, that's something we're going to have to include here. So if I sort of come and look at this and I look at these differences, what am I adding on the difference here? What am I adding on the difference here? Go for it.
-3.
It is -3, very good. So you got -3, -3, -3. What else do I need to include here?
But you're going to add 3.
Try again, please. What did you say, 31?
So we're now going to come into one of our network rooms where we teach computer science. Our subject leader for computer science, Mr. Vaughan, has got a dynamic and interesting curriculum that our students very much enjoy. We have a good number going through to GCSE and an increasing number going through to A-level and many beyond that. So if we'll just go in and see the facilities. There isn't a lesson in here at the moment, which doesn't matter. I just wanted to show you the facilities that we've got.
Okay, look at the possible answers. I'll give you 20 seconds to have a think about and talk to the person next to you which one you think it's going to be. Then we'll have another vote. Is it safe?
So as I might have mentioned before, science is a very strong subject in our school. We have multiple groups going through to A-level, biology, chemistry and physics. Then going on to higher education, we produce many doctors at this school and dentists and pharmacists and so on. So science is a real key subject for our school. So we've seen a biology A-level lesson, year 12. In here is a chemistry lesson, again year 12. They're not doing any practical work at this moment, they're doing book work, but you'd perhaps like to see inside, see what they're doing and take a look around the lab.
I don't know. Yes. That's what the formation is towards. So it's going towards that. It's going towards, and then
Definition as well.
combustion is away. It's going away from the seed. The seed's at the bottom, so you're going away from it at the top. Because that's formation.
And you've got the oxygen going down there as well. To a gas.
We haven't got any design technology lessons happening this morning, but nevertheless, I'm sure you'd like to see the facilities that we've got. I have to say that in terms of our design technology programme, it's focused around textiles and obviously the design technology process in itself. So if you'd like to come into this facility. So we're just going to take a quick look into a Year 8 English lesson. The girls are working quietly, but you can see the level of study and concentration that we're used to in this school. Well, that's our school. I anticipate that you've been able to see around us and have a look at all the facilities that we have available for your daughter should you choose this school for her. We've had a great time helping you to get to grips with our school and the curriculum that we offer, and you've been able to see some of our staff who've been able to explain to you aspects of their own particular subject area. So there, you have to at some point make a choice of school for the future of your daughter. Ideally, we would have had you visit the school and look around yourself, because sadly that isn't possible at the moment due to the COVID regulations. However, you have been able to see something of us, and I do hope that you will see that Queen Mary's High School is a safe environment that promotes the education of young women, and your daughter would thrive in this context. Thank you.